What's going on, guys? Just wanted to make a quick care video for the Emperor Scorpion. I've seen a lot of them on here on YouTube, and I agree with some of them. Some of them I don't agree, but that's gonna be with everybody. So most people tell you to do a basic setup and use use cardboard or use a shoebox or use a Sterilite container to keep them in. That's just not really my style, never has been. I can't really tell you the effectiveness of it. So, if it works for you, it works for you. Personally, I don't think, I'm more of the keeper that wants to actually see the animal, see them in somewhat of a natural habitat. So, I try to keep them a little more natural. Obviously, the Emperor Scorpion is a forest scorpion, as you can tell with my setup here. They do a lot of time. They spend a lot of time hiding in the burrow, and actually, they are down. I know you can't really see. I'll try to. They're actually down there. I have 3 of them, and they're actually all down in that burrow. And I actually just picked them up from a herp show in Omaha, Nebraska yesterday. But what I try to do before I pick up stuff like this is definitely do my research a lot on the internet, and 2, I've also read this book. It's Scorpions or whatever. I don't think they make this book anymore. Actually, my local pet guy at Petco gave this to me. But there's plenty of other good books out there. So what you need, I guess we could start with that. Or what I use is I used just the little brick of Eco Earth from Petco, and it was like $4. And honestly, you put that brick in like a 5-gallon bucket, and it filled this up enough. And as you can tell, it's raised over here about 2 or 3 inches, and then over here it's up a lot higher with the other hide there. But yeah, that works perfect. Otherwise, I have a plant in there. Now that's a philodendron or something like that. I can't give you the scientific name, but I believe that's what it's called. I got that at Home Depot. That was like $12. It was just a house plant. But that's just kind of a viney plant. You can ask them there, and they'll tell you if it's going to be good with the kind of conditions. Obviously, I keep mine indoors and stuff like that. So there's that plant, and that's just another normal. It's in a normal pot under the tank, so it's not actually growing in this in the Eco Earth. But it'll stay in there and it'll grow and kind of branch out. So the water right here, just a little thing I got from Petco. It was a 2-pack. I think it was like $10. And then I got the hides. This one here, this long one that you're looking at, I think it was $6, and it goes all the way back to the back of the tank. And that's kind of why you can't really see them, and because they're hiding. There's 3 of them back there, and they're all about 4 inches, so they absolutely love that. And this one over here is just it's a turned over little half coconut that you see with hermit crabs and stuff like that. Real easy. Like I said, it doesn't go as deep. That's why I put it a little higher. And they've kind of went in there at night and tore out. I had some of that Java fern, that moss in there, and they kind of tore it out and went in there and that whatnot. I got a thermometer up there, up on the back, and that's just a fish tank thermometer. It does an okay job. I won't really recommend them. It was only $2. That's why I bought it. For heat, I do have an under the tank heater, and it's on this side. Because their temperatures need to roughly be anywhere from 75, I would say 85 at the most. And that's just going to kind of keep it. And obviously they're staying on that hot side, so. But if they want to come out, they do have this side would obviously be a colder side, so they definitely have the option. As for water, the water dish was full yesterday, and when I woke up this morning, it was empty. So definitely give them water, especially these Emperors. They're forest scorpions, so they do drink water. Maybe yours don't. Mine definitely did. Like I said, I have 3 of them, so I mean, they definitely used it. Oh, and this is a 10-gallon aquarium, and then I do have a background. Just for security reasons, it's like for their security and safety, I do wrap it all the way around. It's 3/4 of the tank, and then the front's obviously open. If you do a lot of research with snakes, I do have snakes and geckos and stuff like that. They tend to feel more secure if it's like wrapped like that. So that's why I did it. So for security, scorpions aren't really big climbers, so they don't really need anything big for security. I have this, the 10-gallon topper. They are in a 10-gallon, and then other than that, I do have this top light here. This is not for heating purposes. This is just for my own amusement, because as you know, scorpions, or maybe you didn't know, scorpions do glow under the black light. So I got an LED light, so it barely puts off any heat, and I got this little topper, or the little actual, the light itself, the fixture, I got for like $6 at Menards, and the bulb was $5 there, but it's got a 7-year life on it. Other than that, I mean, there's just a ton of info out there on scorpions, especially emperor scorpions. They're most common to keep. They're really easy. You don't have to handle them. If you want to, you can, but you don't need to. Let's see if I can get them to glow. And I can't because it's not dark enough. They're definitely in there. Well, yeah, I can't really get them. But like I said, I just got them yesterday. I don't really want to bother them and put them in there and, stress them out or, risk getting stung. I know it doesn't... If they do sting, if an emperor does sting it, it's been compared to, by the lady I got them from, as more of a sliver. Maybe bee sting, but nothing terrible. So like I said, they are the common scorpion to keep, real easy. I don't know, this is my first video doing this, I just watched you guys do these, and, thought I could do my own, because I do take pride in this stuff, and I think my tanks look pretty good. I do have a ball python, a Kenyan sand boa, a crested gecko, and then I have tons and tons of fish. So I will, if you guys wanted to, probably do one on the ball, just because he's really cool. It's a spider morph and everything, but if not, I guess I don't have to. If you guys have any questions, just holler at me. That's kind of the reason I did this. Is just I had questions and I couldn't really find the answers, and I think this is a really good outlet to do that. As the scorpions come out, like I said, they come out at night. They're nocturnal. As they come out, I will take pictures or do whatever, film them a little bit. But yeah, if you do have a question, just post it on the page here, and it was fun making this. Thanks, guys.